Guys, it's Kimberlee, and today we are going to be doing a review on the Violet Voss Essentials Pro Series palette. And I am very excited to dip my fingers into this palette. I actually received this palette in a BoxyCharm for May 2020, so I posted that video if you want to go see me unbox it. This was one of the items that I received in that box, and I have not touched it, I have not swatched it. The only thing I've done is dug my nail into the shade by accident, so I am very excited to see how these shadows perform. So this little palette here is a 10 pan palette, and it's really beautiful. I love the color selection that we have, and I've never tried any Violet Voss eyeshadows before, so I'm very tempted to see how the formula is, how it blends, how it performs, and I can't wait, so let's just get into it. So before we get into putting it onto the eyes, let's do a couple of swatches and see how they look. Ooh, very smooth, just from dipping in, super pigmented and very smooth. So here is the top row of swatches right here. We've got cream, sand, terracotta, gold, and emerald, all swatched right there. And all of them have great pigment. They're all very buttery and smooth to the touch. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. So there is swatches of row 2, and honestly, if it's even possible, I think row 2 swatched even better than row 1. So these are so far performing excellent. And from the top down, we have pink, dusty rose, plumberry, cinnamon, and black. So those are really gorgeous shades right there. Loving the way that these swatches. And it's not all about the swatch. It definitely does matter how they apply on the eyes because it is totally different once you use a brush versus your finger, and the tackiness from any foundation or a primer makes all the difference. So let's see how they do on the eyes. Okay, so for the look that we are going to be doing today, I am actually doing something that my boyfriend requested. He was looking at the palette when I told him I was gonna review it today, and he told me that he thought the green shade emerald and this pink shade pink, he thinks that they would look great together, and he wanted me to use them together in a look. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. That's what he said he wanted, and I figured, why not? I will try and test as many of the shades out as I can. I do think they would look pretty together, so I will give it a shot. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to dip into this shade right here, Dusty Rose. And I'm just gonna put that all in the crease. Kind of laying this down as my transition shade, bringing it up, down, and pretty much all over. Just avoiding the lid. I do really love the way that that is putting down pigment. It's definitely pigmented, it's definitely there, but it's not crazy. Sometimes shadows go on darker on the eyes than they look in the pan, and that's not always helpful when you're looking for more of a transition shade. So I love the way that this is laying down, especially for a more berry toned look. I think this is perfect. Now that we have that shade down, I'm gonna go in with a slightly smaller brush, and I'm gonna go into this shade right here called Cinnamon, and I'm just gonna put this just in the crease and mainly on the outer half of the eye to really deepen it up. And then I'm just gonna go back in with the first brush and blend the two together. So now that I have those matte shades down in the crease, I'm gonna go in with my finger because that is my favorite tool to use when I'm applying shimmers. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Pink, and I'm just gonna put this down all over my lid. That is gorgeous. Honestly, these colors on the lid with a little bit of the two matte shades buffed out, real dramatic on the lower lash line, some liner, a pair of falsies, and this would be such a beautiful like Valentine's Day look. I absolutely love that. But we're not gonna stop here. We are going to keep playing with some more colors and yeah, test some more things out. But I think this would be beautiful and pop of color, but a little understated, and I think that that could look really gorgeous. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of the darker shade Cinnamon, just to make sure that we keep the outer corner really deep. So now I'm gonna go in with a pencil brush and dip into that green emerald shade and just run it along the entire lower lash line as a nice bold pop of green. I think it'll be really fun. Just like that. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little skeptical of putting the green on the lower lash line since it is so dark and the pink is so light. Since the green is a shimmer, it reflects a lot of light and it doesn't appear as dark as you would think it would. So it's actually really beautiful, and I'm definitely glad that my boyfriend pushed me out of my comfort zone and suggested that I do this because I think it looks really good. As a last little finishing touch, I'm gonna take a little just kind of detailed brush there, and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here called Cream, and I'm just gonna put that in my inner corner and a little on my brow bone. All right, so I love the way that that turned out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and I will be right back. All right, guys, so this is both of the eyes done. I just put on a little bit of mascara, liner, and lashes. These are D-Star lashes in the style Daisy. You know, I'm always wearing D-Star lashes. I love them so much. And honestly, I really love the way that this came out. Like, it's so fun. I love the green on the lower lash line. I love the pink together. My boyfriend was so right. It looks great. And I'm very excited about it. But let's talk about the shadows and how they performed. Honestly, love the color story, and I really love the formula of the shadows. I am hoping that this is how all Violet Voss shadows are, because I can see myself picking some more up in the future because I really loved them. And honestly, it's a pretty good color story, if I say so as well, in the palette. The green is fun, it's definitely a pop of color, but then you can have this like warm orangey kind of tone thing going on, or the cool pinks and purples. And those are both my favorite things. It's always nice to have a black because you can deepen up anything, and it's always nice to have a shimmery white for, like, you know, your inner corner highlight or what have you. But I just really enjoy it. It's a nice mirror too. I did my eyeshadow completely in this mirror right here, and it's like really nice and sturdy. It's not a funhouse mirror at all. I think that the look came out great, and I will be dipping into this again, and I feel like it's a great palette for traveling because it's so like petite, and it magnets closed. I feel like it just fits anywhere, and it's also got a really good selection. You can do nude things or you can do pops of color and do fun things, and I feel like that's just perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for when I'm taking some makeup traveling with me. So I highly recommend this palette. And yeah, so if you want to get your hands on it, I certainly recommend it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's look and today's review, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. So if you like this one, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.